I'm always excited to come back to San Antonio, and I said this yesterday, but the people here, my teammates, and the organization are really what make this thing like a family, and so feels like coming home.
How long did the disappointment last in the way the season ended last year?
Lasted a while. That was a tough way to go out, and it actually takes you a few weeks, if not months, to kind of get settled. That okay, you did have a great year. Our team did some things that we haven't done before, but also motivation to come back as better individuals in the off season and come back so we can have a better team. And so that was always, in the back of I think probably everybody's mind was, we just had some unfinished business, and doesn't leave a very good taste in your mouth. But we got a new outlook and a new season and a new opportunity to make things happen and do new things.
Talk about your summer a little bit. What you do over time off?
My winter was in Moscow, and it was cold. I got many taunting texts from people in San Antonio saying how nice the weather was. But it was busy. Worked out a lot, but I had a good off season.
Do you think you pretty much have a target on your back since you've made it so far, and knowing how when teams make it this far, how they kind of everyone wants to eliminate you now?
Well, yeah, I think we do have a big target on our back. We are the Western Conference champions, so everybody. It's a competitive league. Everybody's very good, and bottom line in this league is if you come out and you play bad on a night, you'll probably lose. So, we gotta take care of business every day, get a little bit better every day, and when we come game time, that we're ready to perform.
Sophia said that would be a new challenge, sort of moving from, being the hunter to being hunted. What's your take on that?
Well, I mean, obviously everybody kind of wants to knock you off when you're sitting at the top. But here's the thing: everybody's dead even right now. There's no. I'm sure predictions came out and they didn't pick us, again. So we're used to that. So we kind of like that underdog role. But we have a clean slate, and really we had a great year last year, but that doesn't mean anything this year. We got to go out and we got to prove it again that we are one of the best teams in the league, and we got to do that on a night in and night out basis. So we start all over. This is a new day, new season, and last year was great, but we got to do some things this year.
How much coffee did it take to get your body clock back on the same level?
Lots of coffee, lots of Starbucks. But it's funny because I always get more easily adjusted coming back from Russia to the United States. So I don't know if it's just I'm so happy to be back in the United States or vice versa. But a lot of times I'm up late in Moscow. Even though I'm there for most of the year, 7 months out of the year, I tend to get a lot more acclimated when I come back here easily.
You seem to have a sparkle in your eye every time you say Western Conference champion. That must be pretty special to you. Would it be better to say WNBA champions?
It'll be much better to say WNBA champions than just Western Conference champions. But like I said, I think, every year that I've been here anyways, and I know Coach Hughes and the girls, Sophia and VJ, they've been building on this thing for a while. So now every year we've taken another step. We make it to the playoffs, we get past the first round, losing the Western Conference Finals. Then we win the Western Conference Finals the next year, we get to the finals. So this year, hopefully, we get the whole thing, the whole piece of the pie, and sounds good. I like that sound. San Antonio Silver Stars WNBA champions.
What is it going to take for this team to take that next step?
Well, I think there's obviously some things. I think chemistry-wise, we're just that much along. And I always say this at the beginning of every year because I think there's so much talent in the league. I think chemistry is one of those small things that kind of puts you over the head, the bump. And so I think we're just that much further along. This is my third year here, and VJ's fourth, and Sophia's fourth or fifth. So chemistry-wise, I feel I like our chances, and I think we can improve rebounding-wise. I think we can do some things to improve. I thought last year that was a weakness of ours. So, and that means team rebounding. That means the guards get in there and we get a couple more boards for our team and give ourselves a few more opportunities. That's not just the big man's job. So we do everything as a team here, so we got to get our guards down in there rebounding as well. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that stands out to me is we need to be in the top of the league in the rebounding category.
Last year with the whole Olympics
Well, I think you just come out and you be yourself. I don't think you can't. To me, you can't play this game with a chip on your shoulder or something to prove, because then you may end up making bad decisions. So you always got to be thinking about how you can help the team first, and then everything else kind of takes care of itself. And winning always takes care of problems. So when we start, this season's going to have some up and downs, but we got to ride those things out and stay true to who we are. And Coach Hughes brought us in because we each individually bring a special piece. So if you're not authentically you on this team is missing a piece. And so we have to stick together and be yourself, because we were designed in a certain way to accomplish certain things. And so just come out and be yourself. And we're a pretty fun team to watch when everybody is out and playing their game within the framework of the team. It's fun to be a part of.
Coach was saying everyone seems to be more mentally and physically fit coming into the first day of camp. Do you think that's the same way?
Yeah, everybody looks great. Everybody, I think, went in this off season, and we got really banged up at the end of last year, and so you do those little things to try to gain those advantages, and so hopefully, with being in good shape, we can prevent some of those injuries, and it doesn't mean you don't get injured, but hopefully, you can prevent some things, and hopefully we don't have people missing games, so that, that home court advantage is huge for us. So we just wanted to be more strong, I think, in the offseason to come back so that we can sustain those hits and those injuries at the end of the year, because with the injuries that happened, they were unfortunate, because I think we just kind of ran out of steam there at the end. It took so much for us to get to the finals, having to go through Sacramento, who is very, very talented and very good defensive team, and a lot of bumping, and then LA. So it took us a lot to get there. And so now we want to have enough strength and endurance to kind of finish it off and go take that last step.